This week, we're taking on a topic that is of really vital importance to the United States. It's, the future of higher education.
Where we are right now, the status quo is not feasible. The status quo is not sustainable.
The education sector has stayed in a stasis for 100 years or so. We've kind of kept the same model going forever.
So it's not just one point of friction, it's structural. And so, I see creating some space for new models that work.
I think we've seen sort of the physical to the digital. I think this next phase, and what Gene was kind of referencing, is that we need innovation around what are the credentials that people really need to get? What are the things that people really need to learn?
There might be more pressures to kind of blow up the system more and really rethink at the fundamental level. What do we need to do? Does, maybe it is just a new credentialing system that re-credentials everybody at some level.
The things that seem to work right now for the market and that are really making a difference, they do a few things. One is the university curates the content. It doesn't have to create all of it.
One of the most exciting things that the massive open online courses over the last 18 months have done is put content out on the web in a way that enables transparency that we haven't seen before.
Second, it's coaching the students.
And provide students with more opportunities to have that level of individualized learning and support.
Breaking down these silos, for too long, we've had higher education in its own silo and, K-12 in its own silo and industry in its own silo. And I think some of the most exciting stuff is happening right now in the intersections of all of these different institutions.
The third is that they're credentialing them. They're actually saying you met the standard or you didn't.
Will society value learning over education? And if we frame it in the one term, then whether you're really accredited or not doesn't really matter.
The one thing I'd like to see is a continued commitment to leveraging the technologies we have available, reinvent how we interact with students, teach, coach, or collaborate with them to help them move towards the opportunities they're pursuing.
Rethinking, being real clear about the fundamentals and delivering that in a package that works for certain segments. Doesn't mean it works for everybody. There's no silver bullet. And then you'll start to see scaled up models that actually deliver for what the workforce needs and what those particular students need.
I think it's really important to have this kind of conversation that we're having here so that public policy people and faculty feel that they are part of the change. They're not the recipients of the new stuff that's coming down and hitting them on the head.
I'd like to see a willingness to, have an open mind, basically, about what the technology can enable.
What's really, really exciting for me is when a student calls me and says, I tried this math class, I couldn't get it, and with the way your adaptive platform works, I get it now.
If we see success, iterate, expand, and, kind of lean startup style, scale.
There could be a revolution or there could be an evolution. This is making as significant a change as social networking. In fact, social networking is an enabler for this to happen.
Celebrate these innovative practitioners, and following that, there will be institutional renewal.
The demand for education is going to be there. It's not going away. We will need new models to support the billion people coming to the middle class. We'll demand a new model all across the world. The question is, are we brave enough to build these new models and be prepared to fail? It's can we use technology and rethink the entire experience so that it works for people for whom it didn't work in the past.